Alright, hang on. So, cats. The cats have struck. The cats have already struck and caused mayhem. Goodness. Okay, hold on. We are still putting things together. Let me turn this down. There we go. I kind of want it to be loud on my end, but, you know. Cool. Okay. Let's double check that that's working, because sometimes it can be a real pain in the booty. Yee. Hello. Oh gods, don't tip over. My gods, this is so unstable. Okay. I can hear myself, and it's awful. Hi, hello. Hold on. How do I do this? How do I manage this? I haven't done this in so long. It's like, oh my gosh. Because we're dual streaming on three different places today. Yes, it is a rarity because the past 2 weeks I haven't streamed on TikTok at all, simply because my computer has been like, holy shit, what are we doing? You know. But hello. Let me post a Discord real quick and then we'll get started, okay? And then we'll talk. I don't know what to label it. This is the problem. I'm horrible at titles and things like that. That's just a weakness. I am terrible at names, I'm terrible at creating titles, I'm terrible at creating, like, jokes and things like that. I can't. But I can write. Like, I love writing. I love creating little stories. But I can't fucking title them. That is a problem. That's a me problem. Here we go. Just leave it at that. We don't need to get, like, super specific. Here we go. Alright, hang on. Boop. There we go. Okay. Yay, post has been made. I thought it said AM. I'm like, there's something very, very wrong here. Okay. Yay! Hello! Ignore how horrible it looks right now, because I have a process. I have a very unusual process. So, the liner on this project is done. I think I've done maybe 4 panels today, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fuck. Hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, that's not right. That doesn't feel right. I think it's, no, 8, because it's like, why? Listen, I've been working at, just pecking away at this all day. And I only recently took a break. I took like a 2-hour break and my brain just feels very, very numb. Because I'm like, I want to get this done before the 1st and have it posted because I am so sick and fucking tired of looking at it. Like, legitimately, I have these panels burned into my brain and they're not even that good. That's the thing. They're not that good. Like, to me, they're horrible. This is terrible. I don't like it. But I still do it. I'm committed to the bit. I'm committed to the bit. That, and it's like, I think if I get it done, I can look back on it in a few months and be like, yeah, we're gonna redo that. We're gonna make it better. We're gonna make it way better. You know? Way better. Let this man have hair. Oh, God. I think actually this is one of the bigger projects I've done with color in it. So this will be a first in that regard. Yeah, actually it is. I guess that's something to take pride in. I don't know. I thought you know what? It works. It works. Don't worry about it. But no, I was gonna stream like The Witcher or something today, but just a lot has been going on. I've been very under the weather the past few days, so it's like I finally had a break in whatever the hell has been plaguing me the past few days, and I'm like, oh, huh, cool. I guess I'll work on this now. Just gonna blend that in. There you go. Okay, that's enough. Not too much. But yeah, like I woke up this morning and I was just like, yeah. Because the thing is, the weather is so sporadic at the moment. Right now, it's 80 degrees with 90% humidity, so it's very, very hot. And you can just be sitting here. I need to find my I have this tiny fan that my mom got me last year. I need to set it up on my desk and figure out a place to put it. Like, maybe on top of my monitor. Just gotta, like, strap it to the top of the frickin' monitor. And just be like, ah yes, cool air. Moving air, actually. Because it just feels so stagnant today. It's like only within the last hour has the wind actually picked up. And just, ugh. Cool down a smidge. A tiny portion. Yeah. Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit of coolness. I'm not looking forward to the rest of the week because it's supposed to stay the same. Our high for the next week is supposed to be roughly 95, but with humidity, I know it's going to be so much more. I don't. It was just a few days ago that we had a lovely, like the high was 70 degrees with 20% humidity. In other words, you couldn't frickin' feel it. It was 50 at night. It was very, very nice. And you could go out and work in the garden and mow the lawn, and it's like, oh, it was a great time. It's fantastic out here. Now it's like, I'm melting. I'm melting. Oh, wow. Oh, God. But no, it's been so sporadic. I think that's partially why I've been under the weather. There's been a few days where I've woken up and it's just like blood. Like a bloody nose and everything, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Super dry in the mornings and then humidity. Pick one! The last, that's a Oklahoma summer for you. Meanwhile, the northern plains are getting all the rain tonight. And it's just dropping off all the convection and humidity here. Meh. Y'all better enjoy it. Oh, dear. I think I like to kind of game plan on the weekends of what games I'm gonna play for the next like 3 days, typically. And I think this week I'm gonna dedicate quite a bit of time to playing Farthest Frontiers, because we haven't since it's been like fully released. We haven't. And honestly, they have a DLC and everything that's out now. I might just pick it up because it's super cheap. And not in a bad way. But yeah. There we go. Gonna have to put some more darkness under there. Now, I'm kind of going on a rule because this should have been done by Friday. It was, in fact, not done by Friday. It is Saturday evening. About an hour and odd some away from midnight, right? Because I ignored my own rule, which was a two-tone rule. In other words, I completely went ham on certain panels to make them look nice when I shouldn't have, and should have kept to my rule. And when I mean by two tones, I mean literally only using two tones. Like, I'm only using two for the hair here, and everything else is only two tones. You know? Otherwise, I'm gonna be here for another century. We're gonna be here for years, because I'm slow as fuck. Yeah! Alright, I used a certain blue. Fuck. Hold on. Where was it? Where was it? No, I don't want to see you. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here! That is like a very... gods. Come here. What blue is that? Make it brighter. Bluer. The bluest blue that can blue. Boom. There. Alright. Now for you, dear gods. Alright, make sure I'm on the right thing. The other night when I was working on this, I was like starting on a base layer all the way in my second folder, and I was like, huh, why is the bar so high? Oh well, blah blah blah. And then I stopped 5 minutes later and looked down at it, and I had already gotten certain sections filled in. I'm like, wait a second. Oh no. So I constantly double check, just like, did I get it right? Am I on? Check the bar. Check it. You know? Oh, I'm already on that tool. I don't know why. It was, my brain is saying I'm not on the tool, but it's oh god. Yeah, I cannot wait to be done with this. I'm so fucking excited to be done with this. Because I have other things, like, okay, so I've got some classes that start June 1st, and it's like I need to free up my time. So by having this done would just... the elation. The absolute exuberance. The unfathomable joy I would have at having this done. You would not believe. And you'd be like, wow, Evil's super happy all of a sudden. I'm like, yes, because I'm free. At least from this bitch! Oh god. Okay. I keep this very limited. Alright, I think... Yeah, let's get that portion done. So I'm basically using the same color as Varian's overshirt here, or Andy's little cloak. His dorky, buck-ass, Arthas looking. Sorry, I'm being rude. It's dorky. And I thought it would be nice. For that exact reason, because there are so many works with Arthas having that, cloak with the one clasp, and then eventually when he goes to, like, his later years, he has two clasps, and you just see the cloak that get thrown over the pauldrons a little bit. And then later on, in later works, they have it underneath the pauldrons, so... Who's free? Me. I am. Eventually. Eventually. Unless it's a dream. And freedom is not real. Just an illusion. See, the cat is done with my shit already. He's scrambling to the door and prying the door open with his claws to get away from me. Because he's like, this bitch is crazy. She's gone cuckoo. But not for Cocoa Puffs. Free of what? This. Because there's other things I want to work on. Like, I want to do some more fluid animations and stuff. But I'm gonna be trying something, I don't know what it's called. I think it's called shorthand? No, that's not it. God, basically something I've kind of been wanting to push myself to learn is, quicker sketching, essentially. And I was like, well, what if I, you know, did that with animation and learned how to make more fluid animations rather than like these little painted still frames, because I think, number one, that would be, yes, more challenging, but also very rewarding, because if you think about it, you dedicate some time to that, and I can work on other sketches way quicker. Because part of it is like, okay, your line art is your base sketch. All you have to do is clean it up a little bit. I see. A little spot right there. Alright, I'm trying to remember. Did I use this blue? Hold on. Yeah, I used that blue. Okay. Blue. Blue. Boom. But 'tis but a thought. Now, I still have that Skyrim thing going. I just haven't worked on it in a few days, simply because, you know, this. This has consumed my every waking thought. Every waking moment. I'm just gonna go ahead and cover those, and then... Hi, Miso. What you doing, bud? And I was using this kind of, like, darker cream. Okay. Touch it up a little bit. Alright. Something I have been really happy with is like the little things I posted on TikTok and Tumblr and stuff like that people have been enjoying, so that's a nice little encouragement boost. You know, it's like, oh, people actually like what I'm doing. That's so nice. That's so nice. Yes. Alright, buddy. You need some more tonnage. Oh, shit. Not that. Like, I did think about, playing Minecraft tonight, but I just, as soon as that thought came to mind, I was like, but the animals. But the parasites. Oh, but the parasites. They say no. But the parasites, they say no. Also, that's how I, like, make some of my characters look more, flesh-toned, is just by slapping on, like, a cherry red or, like, a dark, nice, rich red, and then just blending the fuck out of it. So I'm not sitting there trying to color match every single piece, you know? That was for... yes. Okay. Just up here. A little bit there. It helps a little bit. Oh, I forgot the spot right in here. I know it's gonna get covered up and stuff, but... there we go. Okay. I actually forgot what color I picked for his eyes. Also, you would not believe how many variations of blue I have going. There is so much blue. Becky. You want blue? No Ron, but Becky. Bitches love blue. No Ron. There we go. There we are. Where the hell is it? Panel 11. There we go. Ta-da! There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. And this. A little bit here and there. Bleh. See, Alliance, it's all about blue. It's all blue from here. It's literally the color for every race in the Alliance in some form or another. When you join the Alliance, you have to inject blue somewhere in your color scheme. You have to. Just the same for the Horde. Red. Red and black, actually. They like their emo colors. Which I can appreciate as somebody who's alternative. If you didn't know, now you know. For the humans, it's the crest. Dwarves, it in the crest. Blue and gold. Night elves are blue. Yeah, to a degree. That and they technically have, like, the glowing blue eyes alongside the Draenei. Where's that gold color? I'm using a very base yellow and not doing much to it because it's gonna look like it's far away, so it doesn't really matter. Down to 11. We're gonna go back to that gold because I have the worst heckin' time trying to get a correct color palette for blondes. It is horrible. So I'm gonna cheat a little bit. Draenei are blue. Worgen are an extension of humans. Yes. Yeah, he's all blue. He's all blue. Here. I also kind of made his hair scrappy. Because Andy's supposed to be pretty, like, not super young, maybe like 10 or 12. He's still a kid in this, so I figured it'd be funny. He is born witness to many Malfurion's interesting moments. Hold on, something's gone terribly awry in the background. Pandas, I think, are the only one who isn't blue, or have to have blue on them, or their crest. Yeah, no, they're blue free. They are free of the blue. The blue curse. The blue. Got to add the back portions there. The Acia does wear blue, so their leader had it on. Yeah. She does. Okay, now it looks a little bit more normal. It kind of ties it all together. So technically she is blue. Technically she is. Yeah, my earlier attempts at, like, getting the blonde correct were abhorrent. Just absolutely terrible. Okay. That looks good. So, gonna go back down here, and we're gonna go to 12. Which I already prepped this. So, I think I'm gonna work left to right. Well, actually... Why is it saying this is in the red category? I'm going to add the faintest bit Here. Whoa. That might be too strong. There we go. That's much better. There we go. Actually, I don't know if I like that too much. Yeah, just as close to natural, like how the paper looks as possible. It's so difficult to see. Oh, jeez. There we go. So I think Varian, Anduin, then Velen. I also need to get this interior thing done. I think I'll make that a little darker. I guess. I don't know. Oh, gods. Honestly, I don't care if it blades out too much. There we go. There we go. Because it's fixable. Incredibly so. Alright. Zoom. There. Gods. Where's... Cat isn't even here. There's cat here. Jeez. Goodness gracious. Okay. Go. Alright, let me quickly fill in. There it is. I'm gonna have to make a mouth figure and a color palette here in a minute. Oh. Okay, that one's gonna have to be manual. There we go. Oh dear. Go. Why do I not have that saved? I don't know. Oop. Another one that's gonna have to be manual. Okay. That's the wrong one. Hi, Miso. What are you doing? Trying to follow my plans. Are you? Man. He just screaming, hooting, and hollering. Can you believe it, chat? Alright, go to 12. Okay. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to playing some Farthest Frontiers this week. It's been so much. It's been so long. Put some right there. I'm only gonna use the one red. There we go. There. And here. But beavers have tails. Yes. But I haven't played Farthest Frontier in so long. Alright, so this one's a little funky. I'm gonna have to get the fur done first. 12. Okay. Using that. There's another cat outside. That's why Miso's losing his mind. And then there's Mom, who's mocking Miso. I can hear her in the other room. Ugh, Miso was insufferable earlier today because he just would not shut up. And it's like, I gave him food. He looked at the food. It's one of those nights where it's like they have nothing but wet food, right? They have dry food in the morning, wet food in the evening, and then we kind of alternate. Alright. This motherfucker sat there, looked up at me when his bowl was on the ground, right? Looked me dead in my eyes. Meow! And would not shut up. His brother was trying to eat, and just eventually all you heard was a and he walked off into the other room. And would not touch his bowl until Miso had left the living room into my room to proceed to scream on top of his cat tower at me some more. For why? No clue. I think I should be able to do that. There we go. I'm just gonna have to manually do the rest of that. And then Sam Cat finished his food, but he was very disgruntled. Like, damn, dude. Why? Why are you like this? Eh. He is a little snot sometimes. Alright, there we go. Back up to 12 again. And then we're gonna add... Let's mirror it in. Here we go. Around here. There we go. Oh, goodness. Hi, Miso. Alright. And this. I forgot to do his hands. I've been so focused on other things that I forgot about his hands. Well, we're here now, so that's all that matters. Which I know it's like nobody's gonna care, but I care. So it's important to me. I'm just gonna do the one time. I care about it. So. Alright. Kind of clean up these sides here a little bit. Okay. 12. And light brown. Oh, this is gonna be an absolute nightmare because it's like already covered with something else. Okay, hold on. I'm doing it manually. Go. Sorry if I go quiet. I'm just... Something happened. Go. Alright, there we go. Small part's done. And see, you don't even have to worry about this section being blue or not. You can't tell. It just kind of exists in this weird space. It's like, who knows what it is? It's just there. What do I hear? I think that's just my computer. I thought I heard the kettle going off. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Losing my marbles. Use a smaller brush. Kind of get these little parts in. And fill it in. There we go. Okay. Okay. There we go. Go back up to... Wait, is this 11? No, this is 12. 12. Yes. And then we're gonna slap on darker color. You know what this music is making me think of? Final Fantasy VII. It's making me think Final Fantasy VII all of a sudden. Eh. Just with the certain tones. Thing is, Varian's always had very dark hair. It was like, because I was looking at certain like official art of him, and sometimes they depict him with like really, really like dark brown hair or nearly black hair, and then in other depictions he has like this light brown. And I'm just like, okay, you know what? We're gonna go for an in-between. Because my gods. My goodness. Let me use this. Pull it down here. Boop. And then smaller. There you go. Blend that in. There. Man, there's this game that came out over the weekend, or not over the week. I think it came out yesterday, called Paralives. I'll probably never play it. It's very Sims-like, but and not because it's bad or anything. It's just I don't really care for those kind of games. I've always leaned more towards well, city builders and things like that. If I'm gonna do something where I'm in control of people's lives, it's gonna be city builders or base building games like Oxygen Not Included, Farthest Frontiers, Age of Empires to a degree. Right, right. I haven't played Oni in a long time. Maybe the week after next. I don't know. We'll see. I'm kind of being reserved about things. Our stream time has been reduced, you know. I'm seeing mistakes the closer I get, and I hate that. I hate that. Go. Okay. And then I need that kind of reddish brown from here. And then we'll be done with Varian. And it's on to Anduin, and then Velen, rinse, repeat. Oh, and Mal. I'm not gonna worry too much about the shading and everything. Just moving on. Moving right along. Gotta keep train going. Train don't stop for nobody. I guess I should have painted him first. I don't know. It's iffy. Alright. Actually, let's get the cloak built in. No, I actually am gonna add some shaders to this one just because he's like right next to Varian now. Super. Oh my god! Oh, I forgot. Okay, that one's gonna be manual. Yay! But he's like right there next to Varian, so. both of these are gonna have to be. No shortcuts there, bud. Oh, no, 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 no. Boop. Shut up. Silence. Shut up. Leave me alone. Oh god. Alright. 12 here. I'm gonna take this for the very end. Give him a bit of tone. Okay. Blend it in. Make him look moderately normal. Hold on, let me decrease that. I said, let me decrease that. And it was like, hmm? What? Huh? Okay. Mm-hmm. Darker red. Chin and nose. Hold up. Ears. Really blend that out. There you go. Okay. Okay. Hold on. There. Hold up. I'm just gonna add that here now. And then go over... I don't know why I didn't do this in the first place. I don't know. Stubbornness, I guess. Boop. Magic. Small. Yes. There. Back to 12. And then we're gonna slap on the gold. Nice. Hold it. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? We'll do it when we get back to the secondary page. I forgot to add a little bit of dark blue to the cloak. Hmm. 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 Down here. Cheeky, I know. And up. 12. I honestly don't like that. That's why I don't like it. You know what? I'm gonna leave it as is. I can't. The blonde is perplexing. It is very perplexing. There we go. Just kind of blend this in. Don't need too much on the right side. Just barely there. And then over here. There you go. Alright. There we go. The boys. Back to 12. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna have to take like a break to stretch out here. 2 minutes. Cause my back is killing me. Ho ho! Alright, Villain, you're up next. Old goat man. Okay. Actually, I need to switch this page over here so I can keep an eye on that. Yes. I'll get the tendrils last, because they're kind of a pain in the ass. Kind of pain in the ass, if you ask me. I forgot to... I forget so many things when I'm doing, like, the base sketches and stuff. And then going through, and it just... You'll see in a little bit what I mean. You'll see what I forgot. This is, like, the 7th time in a panel that I've noticed it, and I'm just like... Okay! It's not bad. It's just interesting. All right, we're gonna take a 5-minute break. And we'll be back. We will be back. Alright, we're back. But hold on. I'm gonna look for some different music because I feel like it. Hold on. Can I just get like a nice 1 hour to 2 hour video? That yes. Ooh. Hold on. Ooh, hey, awesome. Okay, I'm gonna mute this then. Sure. Yeah, it's probably gonna play ads for a moment. Give it a moment. There we go. But why? It's playing the same fucking thing. Wee. Wee. I know Google is probably so annoyed with me on my account because I'm like blocking every single ad that they give me a chance to. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't want to see any of these. I don't want to see it in general because it's ridiculous. It literally is playing 6 fucking ads right now. Like, I know I play ads on my streams, but those are used as breaks, like, so that way I can get up, stretch, grab a drink, bio, whatever. And I kind of use that as, like, a reminder for you guys to get up and stretch, you know? That's like that's our break point, right? Every single stream. So that way I can continue to stream. Because if I'm just sitting, like, for the aisle streams, you'll notice they're not super long unless I'm, like, in a dedicated group. That's because we can't take breaks during the aisle streams. Or anything that's similar to the aisle where it's, like, there you have to be around other people. Right? Like WoW, for example, though we do take breaks there, it just depends on how it goes. So... it's like... Alright. Oh, Evil. Please. My gods, girl. Anywho, let's get back into it. Ugh. I want to get 2 more panels done before stream ends. Which, I mean, so far we've gotten 1 done. Ugh, this is not comfortable. This isn't comfortable at all. Anywho. Enough bitching, more work. Oh, man. You know what's a Final Fantasy I want to play on stream? I want to play 10. I want to show you guys 10. Because I remember being very perplexed by 10 when I got it, because, oh, God, I vividly remember my mom, because it had been Easter, and, like, my biological grandparent was being such a royal bitch to me that entire time, because I was getting ready, I think I was, like, in my second to last year of high school, and I was working as a transcriptionist, and my grandparent was just being an absolute bitch. Like, anytime I got paid, it was like, oh, give me that, you're not old enough to be trusted with that, give me that, and like, they would not get off my ass. And then it was, well, you need to drop out of high school because you're already working. And then they would turn around and say, well, that's not really a job because you're not working in some place that's brick and mortar. It was just like, oh, they were frustrating to deal with. So constantly hounding me, 24/7. And then my mom was dating a guy who was just... I honestly should not be surprised in my choice in men sometimes. I really shouldn't. Oh god. Anywho, we're not gonna discuss that further. No. But he was being a douchebag alongside my grandparent, which did not help. So my mom was like, you know what? This Easter, we're gonna have a game night. and she went to the local game shop, and they were having a sale on like a bunch of like PlayStation. I think it was, yeah, a bunch of PlayStation 4 games. Which I was still getting a hang of the PlayStation at that point. I think I had just finished Red Dead Redemption 2, and then Horizon Zero Dawn, and then I was doing a replay of one of the God, it's the French Assassin's Creed. I still despise that one so much. It's still so ridiculous. The story is just so bad. Anywho, okay. Sorry, I was testing that cream color. Because that's gonna be the look for our goat dad here. Goat dad! So, they're having a sale, the French Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I think it's... Is it Unity? I think it's Unity. Yeah, it's Unity. I actually have the book on it too. Which the book does not help with the rest of the game either. It is so all over the fucking place. I don't recommend it. That's one of the few times I'm like, yeah, I don't recommend this book. It does not help. It doesn't help with the story at all. And it's not... it has the feeling of like the author is trying to be smart, and they fall on their face repeatedly, and you're like, please stop trying to do the kickflip, and they're like, I can do it! I can do it, I swear! They keep trying, and you're like, ugh, he's gonna end up in the ER after this. Jesus Christ, man. I'm not even impressed that you keep trying, I'm just sad. I'm sad for you. Anywho, that analogy over with. So, they're having a sale on PlayStation 4 games, and my mom is like... My mom and I generally have the same taste in games, so she's looking for something, like, that would take me a week, possibly even more, to sit through. And they have a bunch of, like, the newer Final Fantasies, but we really didn't know, like, we hadn't seen any trailers on them, so we weren't interested. Because my mom kept asking me around the time of like, oh, have you seen any new Final Fantasies? And I'm like, not really. I don't even remember what came out around then. I think this was 2017 or 18. I think it was, yeah. And I definitely, oh my gosh, The Witcher was banned in my household at the time. Like, I technically had it, I had the CD, but if I put that in, the ass reaming I would get from my grandparent was diabolical. For no other reason than they knew that it was my favorite game. So it was The Witcher, Bloodborne, and Dragon Age that I was not allowed to put on when they were in the house. And if they even had an inkling that I had played it while they were out at the casino, oh... I honestly don't know why I put up with that for so long. Anywho, that aside. So my mom comes across this one game, and she's like, we'll try this one, because nothing else had been appealing, apparently. And it's Final Fantasy X and X-2. And then she picked up, what was it? Type 2? I think it's, hold on, it's on my wish list right now, because her ex stole it, and I actually quite enjoyed this one. Let me take a look, hold on. Uno momento, per favor. Where is it, where is it, where is it, where is it? That's Phoenix, Botany, the wheel. Which Final Fantasy? It's like Type 0 or something? I have so many games wishlisted. It's ridiculous. Oh, God. Okay, so there's Final Fantasy X-2. I was correct. Type 0. Final Fantasy Type 0. The story behind Type 0 is hilarious, but we'll talk about it later. But fucking, she picked up 10 and Type 0, and we tried out 10 first. And it took me a few weeks to actually fall in love with it. Like, I love the music. Oh my gosh. Final Fantasy music is always, like, come on. Come on. Come on. It's hard to go wrong with Final Fantasy soundtrack. They're always a ball. They're a banger. Oh, dear. Hold on. I see a little... There we go. But what really put me off about the game was the kickball thing. Because at a certain point, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, you don't have to. You do. You do have to play it. And it is a requirement to get past certain points in the story, and that infuriated me to no end, because I was like, gah! I just want to go out and kill monsters, man! But I loved the story in it. And I especially loved how they portrayed death in the game, or after death. Because if you don't remember, or you've never played it, and this game has been out for so long, so spoilers, I guess, but that's on you. So when a person dies in important context, my apologies. The entire premise, or the beginning premise of 10 is that this guy, Titus, gets teleported forward in time. And basically there has been a huge apocalyptic extinction event that has occurred between his timeline, or his era, and the era he's in now, to where humanity has been scattered across the world. And, like, they don't build huge cities. They're terrified to a degree. And when you die, you have to be sent away to a different realm by a, I forget what they're called. It's like a sorcerer or a seer. I forget what, I forget the girl's name. It's not Luna. Yuna! That's her name, Yuna! I was close. I was close. Basically, Yuna comes from a special line of magic users where their entire purpose in life is to, number one, get eidolons by, like, doing these very fancy rituals, and sending people away into the realm before they become monsters. Because if you let the corpses and everything sit, and their spirits sit, they'll eventually come back with resentment and regret, and start slaughtering other people. And the entire game is about, like, letting go, death, dealing with grief, and the inevitability that you're gonna die, essentially. Because Yuna, she's supposed to die at the end of the game. And Titus, you know, over time, he gets attached to this girl, because he's always with her. He's supposed to be her guardian. And she's this very sweet, down-to-earth, humble girl who's basically accepted that she's gonna die at the end of her journey, and he's just like, what the fuck is this? You know, completely detached from the society and their norms. So he fucks up. He fucks everything up. And it throws the entire world into disarray to a degree. And that's why we have a second game. Which I haven't played the second game yet. I want to. I know people say it's not as good, but it's at least a decent bit of closure for the series. think it's because I've seen a lot of people complain about the battle system, which I think 10, their battle system is pretty close to 13, and that's what 13 was based off of eventually. Hold on. But yeah. And then Type 0. Type 0 is funny, because they released it in Japan first, and only in Japan, mainly because the studio didn't think that Americans would enjoy the playstyle that it kind of forces you into, which is, once again, very much like later on in 13.3 when you're playing solely as Lightning. But you're in control of multiple characters at a certain point. This? Alright, hold on. Shoot over there. Over here. Boop. There we go. Back to 12. Okay. But yeah. Ugh.
If I were him, I'd bundle my home in.
Shut up. Re. Skip. There we go. But yeah, I would love to have a Final Fantasy marathon at some point. Alright, let's go into the shading portion. Yay! Yahoo! Go. To a degree, it's so weird to actually be coloring this in. I had thought about just leaving it in like black and gray and just doing like color for their eyes and stuff so that way they can be, you can tell who's who. But, it just didn't feel right to me. I was like, no. Give it color. It must have color. Oh my goodness, Miso. The end of the world is upon us. It must be, as you scream. But when he was sick like a while ago, and he just did not scream for the entire day. He didn't have any of his screaming bouts, and I was so worried. I was like, little dude, don't do this to me. Like, I appreciate the quietness, but at the same time, it's so disconcerting. It's annoying, but at the same time, it's weird. It's like, you annoy the shit out of me, but at the same time, you worry me. goes in the back. Get the beard and everything, and then the robes, and then I've gotta add the extra bits to them because I forgot about that. Oh wait, wrong one. Boop. Okay. That's the wrong boop. Oh no! Alright, there we go. Okay. How did you get there? No clue. I think it's the repetition that's getting me right now. It is just like, oh dear. Because I've done this how many times? But eh. Go. That's fine. No. Alright, I'm gonna switch this over real quick. There. Okay. Robes next. Nope. Okay, let's see. I need to get that bolt right here. And right around here should do it. There we go. And now we can add the things I forgot to make indications for. Because part of Villain's Robe has sections where it's like these really brightly colored squares and kind of geometric patterns. Add them on the opposite ends. There we go. Here. Okay. And then the purple in between. Maybe add some right here. Gosh darn it. Hold on. We're gonna skip this. There we go. Alright. And then we'll add a little bit of gold to the edge. And the Prophet's Robe. Well, actually, no, I'm not done quite with him yet. Eyes. That's right, the eyes. Just a little hint of color there. Right here. Bump it down to 5. There we go. Okay, there's another shade. I was so ready for it to be done with it, and I'm just like, yeah, let's move on to the next panel. It's like, the other sleeve, please. The other sleeve. I need to ban someone. Okay. Account suspended or deactivated. Well, I'm just gonna slap on another little note right there. Okay, there we go. I appreciate that due to the... Okay, so one of the good things they added to Twitch was there's an automod system that you can integrate with your chat now. And you can ban or have a hold on users who use particular phrases or words. And I have mine just fucking primed to annihilate any bots that try to come into the stream. You would not believe how many, like, just basic script words I have in there that keeps you guys from seeing that crap. And it's just one of the few things that they did right, and I appreciate it very, very much. And alongside that, alongside the integrated automod, they have a thing that's like, okay, this account has been timed out or banned by this many people. Or this account is suspicious for this reason. We suspect this. And it's like, typically, it's on the nose. Now, I will say I'm still very peeved about what they did to my mom's account. If you guys don't remember what they did to Mama Evil a few months ago. Oh dear. Like, Dan? Dan? What are you doing? Like, they did like a whole weird purge on Twitch a few months back in December where they were just randomly labeling people's accounts. Well, not just randomly. People who would join streams but wouldn't talk a lot, like within a 20 to 25 minute frame, they would have their accounts suspended. And at the same time, you couldn't get a hold of anybody if you were to put in a support ticket and send Twitch an email. Like, you could not get a hold of anybody. Not even their little bot system that they have to handle those tickets. It was just like, you knock on the door, nobody's home. It was ridiculous. Oh, God. Too far. Too far. There. Oop. I don't know if they fixed it. It seems like they have. So here we go. Okay, time for the next frame. So we've gotten so far 2 frames done on stream, so I'm quite happy with that thus far. Go ahead and kablank, kablank. Let's try and get this one done. I'll at least get parts of it done, because I think here in the next 20 minutes I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up and then take a break. Oh dear. And then I'll be back Monday. Monday, Monday, Monday. Kablank. Smooth. Smooth operator. Alright. Let me add like a little barrier to this. Bombiata. Oh god. Not Varian's coat. It's just absolutely blue. He's blue now. I'm on the, yeah, I'm on the initial, folder. Okay. Awesome. That's great. I need to check something real quick. Eee. Okay. Oh god, why is it doing that?
You could be vaping from Melda.
Shut up. That's, the ads are annoying. They are very annoying. But what's new? Alright, go over here, grab this, rinse and repeat! Yay! It is on the lower, okay, it's on the lower part. Ugh. No, get down. Get down. Jeez. Alright. Just gonna all the way to there. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm only gonna be able to get a little bit more done on stream, and then I'm gonna need to take like a long breather from this. Because, brother, let me tell ya. blue. Where's the blue? Where's the blue at? There's the blue at. Got the blue. Blue. Bonk, 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 bonk. Bonk, bonk. Oh, it didn't bonk. It didn't do the bonk. Whee. Okay. See how quickly that does things? I did get the piece in the middle done, right? Yes, okay. Double checking. Double checking. Okay. Boop. 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 It's fine. It's fine. Just leave it alone. It's fine. We'll get it in a moment. Okay. And this. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and get the fur done. The boots with the fur. Sometimes the bucket betrays you, though. Like that. Well then. Okay. He cannot always be trusted to do what thou wants. Sometimes it's a pain in the butt. Yes. I'm gonna up that. Okay. Jeez, why are you... No, go away. Read. Okay. Oh dear. This is always in a pain in the butt. What am I drawing? I am painting in, or at least coloring and then blending some characters for a little still frame thing I've got going on. For the wows. Yes. There we go. I see a spot that I missed. Oh.
He will be annihilated.
There we go. Fixed it. I fixed it. But yeah, sometimes the bucket is either your friend or your foe. And there is no in between. Because there are times when your line art just doesn't connect. And it's like, I'm going to destroy everything. Oh, jeez. Which I guess that's why a lot of people use, like, the lasso tool, and I haven't gotten around to doing that yet. I should. Maybe in my next project I'll start using it. Teach myself how to use it.
Productivity's gonna skyrocket. By 10,000%.
Oh, jeez. Okay, we're gonna go to folder 2. Here we are. We're gonna start making him look semi-normal. Wait, hold on. That, okay. Somewhat normal. Yeah. Sometimes denying the sensitivity. Does it have a sensitivity? Hold on. Apply to connected pixels only. And then close gaps. Yeah, it does have stuff. I have never noticed that.
Shut up. Get out of here with your freaking ads.
Me. It's like I just wanted to play music that I liked. Oh. And then right in here, a little extra there, because it's supposed to be a little darker. But I'm just gonna let the line art handle that.
Blend it in to look like a person.
A real human boy.
Wee wee.
That just reminds me of a Meat Canyon meme of my real boy papa. Oh god. It's happened again. Oh god. Okay, hold on. I don't know if fix this. Oh, that keeps happening. I accidentally hold down long enough that it's like, oh, are you moving your window? Do you wish to move it somewhere else? And I'm like,
No! Send me back, please!
I forgot to do this part.
Hands.
Just a little bit, because they're, like, you know, kind of far away. Boop. And then, boop. I do use two variations.
Uh-huh.
Okay, not a lot of people are gonna get that. Of... I guess we could call it blush, technically. I guess so. Yeah, yeah. It helps. That, and to me, Varian's skin tone has always been a little darker than what they portray in game. Like, from the comics to the art that they have in the books and everything, they always portray him with kind of like very tanned skin. And then in the game, he's a white boy. He's a very white man. Like, very jarring sometimes. Like, I've been playing on my Frost Mage a bit and, like, messing around with his Garrison and WAD. And Varian Wren is just sitting in the Garrison base at the table. And I just turn around and there he is, and I'm like, oh! What is this white man doing in here? Oh, wait, it's just you. Hi! Oh, jeez. Oh, god. And then there's just Khadgar, which everybody loves Khadgar. Or should I say, Dadgar. Yeah. I mean, come on. The guy went several years without his memory. Well, not necessarily working. It was more like slave labor. But as a gladiator. You think that the people who owned him, Brawl and Valeria, were like, here, have some sunscreen, white boy. No. They're like, burn. Toast a little bit. This dude has permanent tan lines on him. And not even farmer's tan. It's just tan all over. Man, that makes me think, what would toasted night elf look like? Like, what does a toasted night elf look like, I wonder? Huh. Oh dear, luminescent white. Oh no, that's his son. Oh god. And granted, kid's got reason. Oh dear. Oh man. Poor Anduin. He only inherited the scowl. The famous Rin scowl. Alright, thanks for joining us, Claire. There we go. And then a little bit at the bottom. Boop, boop. Kind of shorten it. And I got that done pretty quick. Hey, what time is it? We still have a little bit of time to work on this before I'm gonna take my break for a bit. I'm probably just gonna play some Minecraft for a little. Which, I know I need to work on the Minecraft videos. I've been very lackluster, but I've been busy, okay? I've been busy. Don't yell at me. Ah. See, now it deigns to be helpful. Okay. Okay. Hang on. There we go. There we go. Ah, that's the piece I'm missing right here. No, I had a weird observation the other day, and I realized that just a little bit, whoever wrote Varian must have played Final Fantasy VIII at some point, and they're like, man, I want to add Squall, but less magic. The cool sword and scarred face and everything with amnesia. And very scowly and broody. But instead, Varian's love interest just dies right off the bat. Just dead. That girl is gone. And she's been gone for 30 years.
Don't let
No. No. I refuse. Why is the bar so high? The bar is high, guys. The bar is high.
Okay, you know what? Hold on. Maybe it won't be too bad. Let me try this. Ah, why is the bar so high? Oh, no. You know what? I think that's a sign. I think that's a sign from. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to. My fucking gods. It's kind. Oh. Oh no. Oh no, Charlie. Oh no. Oh, I'm gonna have to. You know what? This is a great point for me to end stream. So thank you guys for joining me. If you enjoyed this, drop a follow, like and subscribe on YouTube, whatever your fancy is. You know, whatever you like. I'll be back Monday. We'll be playing some Farthest Frontier, and hopefully by Monday afternoon, I'll be done with this. So will be posted on YouTube and Tumblr and TikTok and all the fun stuff. So I will catch you guys later. Bye bye.